Wildlife and the American Spirit. Throughout history, individuals have played a critical role in the conservation of the wildlife and wild places that make our country unique. President Ulysses S. Grant, for example, moved to protect the great natural landmarks of our country for the enjoyment of all by signing the law that established Yellowstone as the first national park. President Theodore Roosevelt resolved to protect endangered brown pelicans by setting aside Florida's Pelican Island, the nation's first national wildlife refuge. Presidents aren't the only people who take care of our nation's treasured wildlife. In the 1970s, falconers donated their own trained peregrine falcons to start the experimental captive breeding program credited with the recovery of this swift and agile falcon and its removal from the endangered species list in 1999. Today, as they have for decades, volunteers are monitoring nesting sites to make sure bald eagles can safely fledge their young. Coastal communities are dimming their lights to ensure that newly hatched sea turtles make it from the beach to the safety of the ocean undistracted by disorienting artificial light. Boaters are taking it slow to avoid injuring endangered manatees. Citizens across the country are spending time removing invasive plant species from areas where native plants and animals are in trouble. Volunteer pilots are guiding whooping cranes along a historic migration route from Wisconsin to Florida. Young and old are joining Refuge Friends, groups to help manage the wildlife and wild places that make up the National Wildlife Refuge System. All it takes is time and personal commitment to make a difference. Whether working in your community, communicating with your elected officials, or calling attention to the plight of wildlife and habitat through your local media, you can bring about change. You can help protect our treasured national resources so that our children and grandchildren have the chance to enjoy this great place we call home. Remember, your voice and your passion are the most effective tools you have. Visit IWS Eagle Forum for all the easy ways you can help the Institute for Wildlife Studies Channel Islands Bald Eagle Restoration Program. Thanks, cruisers.